Good evening. It's April 14th, 2021, and we're looking at the Revolutionary War experience from You Choose Books. It's You Choose History. And, for, full disclosure, I have had the kind of, I wouldn't really call it unhealthy, but I've had this kind of obsession with the idea of a game book since I first seen my first game book, which was a science fiction book, mind you. And I've always thought it was really cool the way that uh, the branching narrative, along with give me some dice in it, and I think it makes it exponentially better. Give me a little bit of randomness. So, and I never really thought the war game had adequately used exploited the medium enough. There were a few back in the day, right? There were a few. There were a few even that were, uh, you know, thrown at the adult market, right? Lieutenant Colonel Antal's Tank Commander, I think it was Tank Commander series, which was probably the coolest of them, right? Or not the coolest, probably the most educational. If you the tactics now are a little dated, a bit dated. We're using old information somewhat, but it's cool. Uh, but I have ran across these You Choose history books, and they are aimed at younger readers, right? They're aimed at young adult readers, 12 to, I would say 8 to 12, 13 years old. And the first one I got was World War One book, and it was, under $4, I think. And it was about 100 pages, and it was really neat little story. And so I went and looked at some other ones, and they got a ton of them. Most of them about $5 and 100 pages, but some of them are like this, which are about 315, 320 pages, and they're a little bit more expensive. They're about $15, which, isn't that much when you start talking about something cool like this. And, on the back, a little blurb, it'll say, "Will you charge the British Redcoats in the Battle of Bunker Hill, join forces with the Sons of Liberty after the bloody Boston Massacre, or fight the rebel colonists with your fellow British soldiers?" That's what I do like about it. It gives you a different perspectives. It gives you basically three different big choices, paths at the beginning, and then those branch off, right? Um, so, you can choose, being on the side of the Brits or the or the Patriots, or something in between, even. I've told you that World War One book. The first time I went through it, I played an American, and I died of um, uh, uh, the Spanish flu in basic training. I just loved that, right? Because not everybody went to do anything, to do much big in the war, right? Just so neat when that kind of stuff happens. And so I've read some of this. I haven't got through a whole thing yet. I just thought it was so neat that I wanted to get it on here and talk about it just for a few minutes, and give it some publicity. This one's written by, who's it written by? Um, I forget, but it's decently written. It's written in obviously a young adult narrative style. You'll have to, but with that being said, you got maps, you got some pictures, you got some things to bring thematic to it. The only thing that's missing in these books is a sense of randomness. Put some dice, no combat system really. But other than that, these are good books, and I think these are good books to get kids. If you have children, my kids are much older than that. They might. My son might read this. He kind of read that kind of stuff. But my kids are a little bit older, right? They're in their 20s. But if you had kids that were or knew of kids, this would be something to get them interested in history, and maybe a launching point, even to get them going and thinking about wargaming, right? But absolutely cool books, and absolutely although they are, I think, made for young adults, anybody could check these out and actually enjoy them. I do. I enjoy the. Look, I got one right over there. I don't want to reach over and get it. I've got a choose your own adventure. What is that? War with the evil power master. So I'll even read some of those lately. All right, that's all I wanted to get across. That's all I want to talk about. Yeah, I think that's kind of, but I do think they're kind of cool, and I think that they could be publicized more, right? Man, such a great medium, narrative storytelling. That's why I always love those, Ambush or those games. They told really good that narrative, a good way to tell a story, right? The only thing you're limited in these or what you can do is your control. There's very little control, but other than that, I think they're good. All right, that's all I was talking to y'all about. See y'all soon. Talk to y'all soon. Be good. Be careful out there. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.